All right, we are now live. Let me make sure it works. Have the stream open, by the way, so you could read chat. Perfect. All right, we're live. Welcome, everybody. This is our first live stream. I'm here with my friend Jacob Roy. We're going to start doing a live... Oh, give me a second. We're going to start doing a live stream every week, every Sunday. What was
Yep.
the time? 5 till Sunday? 5 till 7?
Yeah, Eastern.
Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to cover a variety of different topics. Crypto, stocks related, whatever you guys give us, right? But for today, we're going to be covering, is altcoin season dead? That's going to be our second topic. So our first topic is actually going to be, is the bull market over? And Jacob's going to take the bear side, and I'm going to take the bull side. We'll go over some news. We could take some questions if anyone actually is in chat. We'll make some predictions. We'll do some Q&A and stock analysis again if anybody asks, and then we'll wrap it up. We should have this within like 2 hours, an hour, 2 hours, an hour, 30 minutes, whatever we feels best. And yeah, we have a live chat so we can see everything real time. We're live on his channel and my channel. And let me just go to your channel and make sure everything's working, or let me know. Yeah. It says it is working for you.
There's 2 people on your stream.
Right. Yeah, I see. There's one person on yours. And then... No, my bad. I didn't mean it like that.
Just shut me down like
yeah,
that?
I didn't mean it like that.
Just kidding.
Okay, so I guess let's just get into... Yeah, we already explained what we're going to talk about, right? We want this to be a weekly live stream. We just want to go over topics that we care about, topics that we think are interesting, topics that we would talk about normally, but we can make content out of.
Yeah.
And yeah, tell them about yourself.
Me?
Yeah, you just started a channel. What's going on?
Well, the whole point of me starting a channel is to share my knowledge with the world, my opinions on finance, markets, crypto, all that good stuff. Pretty much just want to promote these healthy habits of good financial decisions like investing, things of that nature. So yeah, it's really really motivating to share this information with everybody. Makes me feel good. Hopefully someone benefits out of it,
Yeah.
It's good.
That's perfect. What's your next video going to be? You did a channel
Next
intro.
video, all right, revealing live on stream.
Yeah, I might be a natural.
Next video. Next video for Jacob Roy's channel is Bitcoin thesis. Why Bitcoin is the new digital gold.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's
stay
great.
tuned for that.
That's good. Okay, so that's everything. Me and Jacob are going to be doing this every week. And if there's anybody who watches this in YouTube Shorts, my bad, I was taking a sip. No, YouTube Shorts, clips, video, whatever. If they see this and they are interested in coming on stream, join the Discord, shoot me a message, okay? And I will take anybody on stream. I don't care who it is. It could be your grandma. I'll bring them on stream. They can ask us any questions. We'll analyze anything, all right? So let's get into this. I am going to pull up your screen right now.
All right.
Do you want me to make it big with us in the corner like this?
We could do that. Yeah, sure.
You want me to make it like this? Like this? We'll keep it like this. All right.
All right.
So our first topic for today is going to be the main debate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the main debate is the bull market over. And Jacob is a bear. I don't know why, but we're going to see why.
Well, I'm going to explain to you why.
Yes.
That's the point of this.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but we'll see what happens, right? And good luck, all right? I'll give you the floor, and I can jump in, right? You let me jump in, ask questions.
Oh, yeah. This is open, bro.
All right, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so why would I be shorting a bullish market in the first place, right? Sounds dumb on paper.
Yes, it does.
Okay. We just saw the biggest liquidation event in crypto history. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hold on.
Altcoins got absolutely destroyed,
Okay.
right? You looked at
Yes.
something like Fetch AI,
Look
absolutely destroyed. Yeah,
at
we see
that
this big
wick.
wick, but look at that continuation too. Massive
Okay.
volume, massive. All right.
So hold up. The first reason you think the bull run is over is because altcoins got destroyed. Biggest liquidation event in history.
Yeah, biggest liquidation event in history. And it's not because altcoins got destroyed.
Okay.
The reason I think the bull market could be over now, everything that is supposed to happen has already happened. We had an altcoin season. You looked at the Bitcoin dominance, we had our altcoin season.
Okay.
Right? Let's look at Chainlink. Look at this massive run it had in 2024.
Okay. That's when Ethereum was hitting like 4,000, right?
Yeah.
This was like XRP was pumping already.
Yeah.
I
Everything was
remember.
going up like 30% a day.
Yeah.
That was it. I think our altcoin season already happened. Everyone's waiting on it. We already got it. It wasn't as good as the last time, is what it is. Right? Every time we pump here on Bitcoin, we get high volume shorts.
Okay.
They're keeping it in a range here.
Yeah, but what happened? Oh, no. Let me keep it down. Let me wait.
No,
Let
it
me
was
wait.
no, come on.
I was gonna say, what happens when there's high volume shorts? What happens immediately after the shorts start piling up?
Well, we go down and then people start flipping long.
We pump, or all the shorts get wrecked.
I
Look at the
mean,
last wick. Look at the last wick on in the middle candle. That little hammer or that little candle with that massive wick.
yeah.
Immediately, right? Shorts are benefiting, and then boom, within the next
I'm
2
more so
days, it's
saying
over.
the intraday shorts.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily meaning the swing shorts.
Okay.
Those guys, that's the thing too. I'm not saying this is it. We already topped. It's only down from here. I think we will actually see another all-time high,
So
or at
you
least up to
think?
this level of 126,
So you think?
around this
Okay,
126.
you think Bitcoin will retest its all-time high?
Yeah, we will go back up here.
Well, it looks like you're a bull then.
I'm bullish for the very short term, but I
Mm,
think we are pretty much at the top.
okay.
I would start getting into a short above 120. I would start DCing, and when we go all-time high, I would aggressively start shorting Bitcoin.
Okay. So your main reason, first topic, was because you had a mass liquidation event.
Yeah, that was pretty much that was the start of the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you think no matter what, Bitcoin is not making all-time highs. You think the closest it will get is reaching its previous high and getting rejected and then
Yeah.
falling into a bear market.
Yeah. I think Euphoria will
Okay.
be at an all-time high again. As soon as we get past to like 120 and above, everyone's going to start getting bullish again. Can't lose in the market, Euphoria, and it's over.
Okay, let me jump in now and counter your point there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say you see the mass liquidation event as the beginning of the end, but I see it as more of a cleansing of the market, not the beginning of the end. I guess you could say a beginning of the end, but my end is not what your end necessarily is, right? Because I think that now all the shorts are destroyed, or
Mm.
excuse me, the longs are destroyed. I think like the path of least resistance is towards the upside because all the liquidity is now sitting on the shorts. Okay, before they were long, the longs are gone. So
Okay.
there's no other way for price to go other than up within the time frame of October, end of October to end of November, beginning of November, let's say.
Okay, so that's
So that like instead of seeing it as the beginning of the end, I guess it's the beginning of the end. It's the first sign, but it's also the beginning of the parabolic. I guess you could call it parabolic. I wouldn't call it parabolic, but blow off top, right? Like I think the liquidation event is the fuel needed to get to an all-time high because everybody thinks we're in a bear market, like somebody like you, for example. So these shorts are going to pile on, and that's just going to give us a short squeeze towards the upside to go into a blow off top into the end of the year. I'm thinking early to mid-November.
okay.
What do you think?
It makes sense. I could definitely see them pushing the market higher to liquidate all the shorts. That's 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because the
thinking.
market's so manipulated that this is just how it works, right?
Yeah.
This is what happened with the liquidation event, like you said. All the longs are gone now. So that's what they wanted to do, right? They wanted to liquidate everyone who was long in leverage, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a sad reality. Most people took their lives because they were so in leverage, so invested in this market, and they lost everything, right? So,
and I want to jump in there, and I'm going to share my screen real quick if you can see. I love showing this chart because this chart shows basically, as you said, there's so much leverage in the market that people literally, when the price went down, they literally killed themselves. People were dying because of the amount of leverage they were using. Okay. And then you're thinking, okay, wow, the biggest liquidation event in history. If you come here, okay, I don't know. Oops, hold up. It was right here. Okay, this is it. 16 billion. Okay, 16 billion. Mostly longs, obviously, but I think some shorts got wrecked too. But 16 billion caused absolute devastation on the crypto market. Okay, the beginning of the end, as you said, and how many days ago was that? Like a week ago? Look at how much leverage shorts are in the market right now. 14.6 billion. Guys, it's been like a week. And then look at the longs. 9.41 billion. Like what is happening? And that's why I think we're going to have one more flush as well, right? Like a flush to like 103 because we go to 103, it's already 8 billion in leverage gone, right? We wick down to 100 maybe. It's practically all the longs destroyed. And then what's the path of least resistance? All of this leverage, 15 billion, that's going to be stacked 18, 20, 21, 22 billion, right?
Yeah.
And then I think that's going to give us the more this builds up, the more we go down right now is just more fuel for a blow off top. That's my whole thesis basically. And then, yeah, I just can't see market makers letting 15 billion in leverage go into a bear market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it lines up like with what you said, right? 126, because this most leverage is at 123.8, right?
Yeah.
So realistically, after we have a short squeeze up to there fairly quickly, because I think it will happen quickly, right? We need, I don't know if it's FOMO or exchanges are going to bump the price to basically empty their bags into a blow off top. But I do think we'll get somewhere around here. And then once we get to that point, it's like, what happens to the price, right?
Yeah.
Like we can't be getting rejected. If we get rejected, like I said, or the MACD loses momentum, then it's over, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So what are your other reasons?
Well, when we look at your favorite stock, oh, it's not on here. MSTR.
Classic.
MSTR historically, well, let's look at history here.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So the last time, you could also see when I pull back to the more modern day times of MSTR.
Right. So when is this? This is 2021
This
to 2022.
is the last bull market peak.
Okay.
This is the peak of the bull market last time.
Okay.
So we peaked, and then 273 days later, that was the last high.
Yeah.
After that, it just went down.
Mm-hmm.
You did see, and then we went sideways. Now we're in the bull market again. This time, again, within the same range. And look at how similar the charts are.
Yeah.
They are so similar. Massive red candle. Within 270 days, we have peaked yet again. Even in a quicker time frame, mind you. Less than 270 days.
This is true. I think. I'm sorry. I was going to jump in. I was going to say. I think MSTR is always an accelerated version of Bitcoin, let's say, and usually, like you said last cycle, MSTR tops a couple months before Bitcoin tops. I do agree with this.
Yeah.
And yeah, your time frame is pretty compelling.
My argument to you said Bitcoin tops when MSTR tops. So MSTR top November 21. Now let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin
24 go down right there.
November 21 was the high.
What was MSTR?
November. So it's actually the same month.
So it's the same month. But that was MSTR's first top, correct?
That was the second.
Oh, that was the second top. Okay. And it lines up with that second top. Okay, so those never mind. Those are perfectly aligned.
So that is another argument. Now it's not, you can't go 100% off that. That's not really fair.
Well, the thing about MSTR is I don't know what's happening with MSTR, right? I'm assuming Sailor is just diluting constantly, right? That's why the stock can't catch up to Bitcoin's price.
It definitely could be that, yeah.
Or it's the MNAV. I don't know. I keep hearing stuff about the MNAV is negative or whatever. So technically you're getting or something. No, I don't think MicroStrategy's MNAV is negative yet. But I saw another Bitcoin treasury company was. So you're technically buying Bitcoin at a discount if you buy their treasury company, right? But a little off topic. Okay, so you're saying Bitcoin is already top because MSTR is already showing signs of a top.
No, I'm not saying it actually has 100% topped. I'm saying we are at the top.
Okay, you're saying we are in the time frame of the top for for Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, MSTR already topped. I don't see
MSTR
it making an all-time high.
You got to add that to your list.
To cover like coverage.
No.
Oh, you mean
to your
here?
thingy, so you could click it. Yeah.
Make it easier.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's another reason why
100%. That is definitely an indicator.
About buying Bitcoin. I would not
100%
be loading a bag of Bitcoin anywhere here.
No, never.
Nowhere.
No.
If you are loading up on Bitcoin, right? If you're consumed by FOMO, then you should not even invest, period. Never mind buy something like Bitcoin.
I want to come back and say it depends what you're doing. Right?
Okay.
Because if you're doing a short-term trade like me, for example, okay, let me remove your chart. Excuse me, bro. Let me pop this up. Hold up. Okay. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen, yeah.
Okay. For example, buying Bitcoin here as a holder, you got to be a little special, right? You should not be buying Bitcoin at these prices, okay? Especially if you think the bear market is coming, right? Yeah. And if we come here and then we look at this, give me a second. We look at this. Bitcoin is clearly in this range, okay? It's been trading within this range for a while. As you can see here, I'm in a long position. Would I recommend being in a long position? I am. I wouldn't recommend others to do it. And I wouldn't recommend buying Bitcoin at these prices for the long-term hold. But for me, I do think there is a short-term bullish bias, and we will at least go back up to at least this resistance at 123 and beyond. I think we'll go to probably 135 to 40K. So I think if you buy Bitcoin for a long trade, it could be smart, right? It could work. But if you're buying Bitcoin for the long-term investing, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
If you're investing in Bitcoin, you do not want to get in at these prices. All-time
never.
high is the worst time to get into anything. I am also a big supporter of Tesla. I love Tesla, have a significant amount of money in Tesla stock,
Yeah,
but I would not be putting thousands of dollars in Tesla right now.
yeah, same with
We're
me.
almost at all-time high. We're probably going to go up more. I predict by the end of next year, 700 per share, this range
Yeah,
here. But I would not buy here. Same with Bitcoin. I would start buying around 70,000, 70 to 80,000. If you really want to hold long term, that's decent.
yeah,
The best time to buy would be this 200-week moving average. Every time we hit it, right? We always hit this. So around 55 to 70,000 is a great time to buy your
yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yo, before we get in, I wanted to say something. Jump into on that because I have something that lines up with that price range as well. But somebody actually said hello in the chat. Our first chatter.
Sweet. What's his name?
You have chat open and check chat.
One sec here.
You should be able to see it.
Shame.
Yes.
Yo,
You
what's
should
up,
be able to
Shame?
see. You should be able to see it. Did you see it in your chat or my chat?
I see it. I have the live stream open on the
Okay,
website.
perfect. Yeah, it's merged.
So I see
it's
it.
merged. Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. Okay. Thank you for joining. And I want to show something real quick. Give me 1 second. So what was your price range? Sorry.
To start accumulating Bitcoin,
Yeah, what was it?
the price range I would start going heavily into Bitcoin is between 55 and 70,000.
55 and 70. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, look at my screen real quick. We're gonna show this. Okay, look at this. So if we come here, we put this to the 1 year. So there's a Bitcoin liquidation heat map. Okay, so this shows you where the majority of leverage is sitting at. And if you come here, I mean, this is as zoomed out as it goes, unfortunately. I don't know what's below this 55 area, this region, but you could clearly see this is on Binance alone, right? So this is not showing all of the leverage in the system, right? But if we come down to 55,000, you could see here that there's basically no leverage, right?
Yeah.
All the leverage or peak leverage is sitting around 90. And then, of course, we'll just have a cascade event kind of thing, right? And I do think lowest will come is about 50, right? I don't believe, I think there's a possibility we could go to 45. Like, realistically, like if I'm going to be a full bear, I'd say, okay, we could go down to 30. But realistically, I think we're going to stay within the 60 to 40 region. I think that's reasonable for accumulation. And I think that'd be a great bear market price for me. Anyways.
Oh, if anyone can get in at that price, that's phenomenal. That's
100% agree.
Massive upside from there. Just to go back to all-time high is really good upside. Never mind the future of Bitcoin. So
100%.
And I should just for the memes, I should show if a miracle happens, miracle opportunity, I will sell my kidney and buy Bitcoin at 19,000 a coin.
Actually, that you're never gonna believe that. That actually reminds me of something. There was this guy, like peak 2022, like 2021 Euphoria NFT Ethereum bull run. This dude sold his kidney to buy a Bored Ape, and it's worth like $300 or something now.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
How much is a kidney even worth?
I think it depends on the black market. I think it's like 40 to 50. It depends. Like if you're in the Philippines or something, probably get like 40,000. Yeah, maybe. But if you're
so I
in
could
like
get 2 Bitcoin.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're in Europe or like North America and you do it on the black market, you probably get like at least like 120 grand or something.
Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's Bitcoin. Bull and bear case. Bear market targets.
Anything else you want to say
about Bitcoin?
Was that your arguments? So it honestly seems like we agree to the most part. You just think we're gonna get rejected at all-time highs.
Yeah, I agree. It's not totally over yet, but I would advise against entering Bitcoin at all trader or not, at these prices, low volume, I just don't recommend it.
I think I can agree with that, right? In general, okay, well, you're saying low volume because you're talking about a short-term kind of. I'm just saying in general, you don't want to buy Bitcoin at these prices, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty good. That was 25 minutes we did that for.
Okay.
So let's move on to we can talk about either news, current market events, anything, headlines, institutions, Trump. Oh, you know what I was talking about? Trump's meeting Xi October 30th, okay? The deadline for the tariffs are, you want to pull up the S&P? The deadlines for the tariffs are November 1st, and they're meeting October 30th. Do you think they're going to strike a deal? The fact that the market's pumping right now tells me most likely that whoever's buying knows something, right? Or it could just be people are getting excited. But I have a feeling that it's going to end up okay because it usually always does. What do you think?
The fact that the market is being bought up now before anything even happens,
Yeah.
to me, that's a sign that whatever happens, the market's going to have a pretty steep pullback. Because that's usually what happens. Every time that something good, quote unquote, is supposed to happen, the market, after the event takes place, the market doesn't react the way everyone was expecting.
Okay, so you're thinking we're basically, the market has the expectation that things are going to go well, and if they do go well, there's going to be something that people don't like, and we're going to dump on the news.
There's going to be a sell-off. Not
I see.
what a 3% pullback in the S&P is nothing, right?
I mean, that's deadly for Bitcoin, though.
Yeah, so Bitcoin, we could see the continuation lower.
Right.
That's what I could see.
Something I actually wanted to show. I completely forgot about this. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I wanted to show something that I know you don't agree with, but I'm gonna open this up. Actually,
we got a comment.
you want to read that, please? While I get this open.
What are your thoughts on BTC.D approaching 60% and the historical context of BTC price when it crosses 60%?
Here, I'm gonna throw your chart on because you have Bitcoin dominance open, right? I'm gonna pull that
it's
out
right here.
Approaching 60%.
December 24.
Hold on, let me get this open. Okay, this is the thing. I think the fact that Bitcoin, well, first of all, look at Bitcoin's wick. Look at that. Look at the wick in Bitcoin's dominance when the altcoins dumped, right? And the fact that Bitcoin is pumping at this, or not pumping, but the dominance, well, because obviously market cap and liquidity is getting taken out of altcoins, right? Because all the leverage got wiped out, right? So realistically, this is where Bitcoin should have been dominance-wise, right? Because all the leverage got wiped out of the system in the altcoins. But the fact that we're this late into a cycle and Bitcoin's dominance is at where it's at right now, 60% in November, Q4, where we're supposed to be in peak euphoria altcoin season. The fact that we're at 60% is very telling of why I personally do not think in altcoin season is going to happen, period.
Okay.
What do you think? You think that's valid?
I
You
agree.
think that's a good reason?
I agree. I think the altcoin season already took place, right? I don't see us getting a real altcoin season like
measure that drop. Measure that drop right there. Like, look
the
what
drop
altcoins,
from the peak,
yeah,
or just this wick.
No, do the drop from the peak down to the bottom there. What is that? 13%. I mean, Bitcoin's dominance, it didn't fall anywhere close to what it did in 2020, 2021, but I mean, that was still a pretty steep pullback in Bitcoin dominance, and altcoins did run, but I think that people were just not satisfied with what altcoins did within that time frame, and people were expecting much, much more. And I think they were punished because they did not get what they wanted, right? They kept holding, they held their bags too long, and then they were
100%.
extremely punished.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Greed, right?
100%.
My favorite saying about fear and greed in the market, or just the market in general, my favorite saying is bulls get fed, bears get fed, and pigs get
Get
slaughtered.
slaughtered.
Yeah. So everyone was a pig loading up on these altcoins, going to the moon, and they all got slaughtered.
Right? It's all greed. It's like,
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, the only altcoin I would be touching is Ethereum.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
The only altcoin that's worth holding is Ethereum.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Here, I'm gonna go to the
Trading, you can
bathroom.
trade anything.
Keep them entertained. All right.
All right. All right. Yeah, if you got any other questions, just send them in, bro. Appreciate you asking questions. Open the price chart and show the price behavior when it crosses 60. Okay, so we could see here, beginning of 2025, it crossed 60. So let's go from the beginning of 2025. You can see that it actually dropped.
Man, what's up? I'm back.
So he asked to see the price chart and show the price behavior when Bitcoin crosses 60. And last time it crossed 60 here, when it dropped and then went up back above, we actually dropped 30%.
Oh, okay. Go back to the dominance chart.
Right, so this is January
And what's that?
of
58.
2025. And we did slowly go up, right?
I see.
And then this was like the bottom of the tariffs, was April.
Right, right, right.
So we were at 65 at that point. And in April, we were down 32% from the high.
I see.
So even though it crossed and Bitcoin's dominance was high, the price actually went lower.
Right, because money was wait, the dominance went higher, but Bitcoin's price moved inversely to the dominance.
Yes. Yeah. You could see January 25 to April, right? January to April.
Well, I guess that would be happening because people are selling altcoins going into BTC, but BTC itself is falling, right? So dominance is going to go up either or.
Well, let's see what happened to altcoins, right? This is January. Look at the drop, right? From January to the April lows is 60% drop just in Chainlink. This is quote unquote a blue chip.
Wait, that was
altcoin.
That was the first tariff dump?
Yeah.
Holy smokes! I didn't even realize we went down that much.
Yeah.
Your chain looked like it held up pretty well though on the
it did, yeah.
on the dump.
W, but it's getting sold off.
Do you remember the yen carry trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen again. I keep seeing things that's gonna happen again.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
So and then this is another example, 84% drop. So altcoins pretty much sold off heavy in April. Like they just got wrecked from January to April of this year, beginning of this year, first quarter. Altcoins got destroyed.
Open up
even
the Bitcoin
Ethereum.
Dominance. I'm just trying to see. I mean, realistically, if we were to move in to the end of the year, blow off top in altcoin, let's just move into our mini topic, right? Is altcoin season dead? Because we're already talking about altcoins here.
Yeah.
If we were to I'm just trying to think, right? We have a blow off top. What Bitcoin dominance just keeps rising into a blow off top, and then what? It drops, and then we have an altcoin season. Or realistically, I think what's going to happen is we have a blow off top. We don't have an altcoin season, then we just roll over to a bear market, and it just keeps rising up, right? Like imagine, because look at, for example, go back to 2021.
And Bitcoin dominance?
Yeah, just go back a little bit. Okay, you could clearly see here. Show me that and show me where we're at right now. Like get them in the same thing. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now, you could see that altcoin season, you clearly see where it was, right? It's right at that drop.
Yeah.
Now, what if the drop that occurred already, what already was altcoin season? What if that was it?
Yeah.
I mean,
You could argue, because when you look at this too, okay, so November to the beginning of Q1 of this year, look at this drop in dominance, right? This is when altcoins made a run. So let me just pull up this real quick. So we could see in November, right? We went from 25 all the way up to 88, which is altcoin season.
Yeah.
So we had an altcoin season at the end of 2024. That is my argument for altcoin season. That we already had it. That was it. So we can see, let's look at something like Fetch AI. So we go, where is it? August. You know what? Let's just go Chainlink because it's easier. We ran up 200% in Chainlink from November to Q1.
Okay.
200%. Now, most people are used to like 400%, 10x's, right? That's what everyone's waiting for. 200% just not good enough anymore, right? Especially in the crypto market.
But we got another message. When BTCD crosses 60 from below, BTCD greater than 60, we see that it is usually the beginning of a rally. A rally in what? Altcoins?
He would probably, I'm assuming he would mean a Bitcoin rally.
Okay, hold on. 60. Oh. Well, yeah. Right. Wait. Look at 62, 65. Wait.
Yeah, he said BTC.
Yeah, because look at. Okay, you showed this, right? Look at May, right? In May. Yeah, May of 2025. Go on the daily. May of 2025. It's a dump, right? We look at where it is. At 65, it bounces off 62. It continues to run to 60.
66.
And then we have a dump down to 61 on the next dump, right? Yeah, there. We bounce off 61, we run to 63. We come down 57, we start rallying up. So what? You think that Bitcoin is just going to keep rallying? And then I mean, that would lead into a blow off top, right? That would lead into my blow off top thesis, and then no altcoin season. I mean, unless Bitcoin gets rejected once dominance gets so high, but it's like we're so close to a bear market. Like this needs to happen quick, man. If we're gonna get an altcoin season.
Time's not on the side of altcoin season. And I could bring up another fact. Not sure if I should or not.
No, bring it up.
Bring it up? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
What fact? No, I don't.
One sec. I think I'm having technical difficulties.
Give me a sec too as well.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
Did you mute your mic there?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm curious if Shame is he a Bitcoin bull or is he altcoin bull? You have altcoins or what? Like, do you think altcoin season is gonna happen, or do you think it's over already? What did you want to show again? What were you saying?
What was I going to talk about?
Yeah, you said you wanted to bring something up.
Oh, well, let's see what Shame says here first.
All right.
If he's still in the live stream.
We got one viewer. It might just be me. He might have headed out.
He dipped.
We weren't answering his questions quick enough, man. Oh. I mean, let's just keep that in the bag for now. Let's just keep that in the bag. The bag for now.
I don't know if that's
Let's get
wise.
like a couple viewers and then we'll share that info.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Let's see. I mean, we basically already did a market prediction end of Q4, right? Yeah. I wish we just had people in here. I want people to give us tickers, man.
Yeah. Yeah, even altcoin tickers.
I'd love that.
Anything.
What review Fartcoin, man? We're desperate right now. Oh, he messaged. Yeah. Yeah. I really think what he just said is going to happen. I think Bitcoin is just going to, dominance is just going to keep rising. I really don't think altcoins will ever be like they were in 2021. I mean, I do think there'll be a select few altcoins, but I don't know. I don't see it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think people really know that altcoins are just a sham, that there's a few, okay? I'm not saying there isn't altcoins with utility, mainly Ethereum, because you know my Ethereum long-term thesis.
Yeah.
But I just, especially meme coins, I just, like, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard to be bullish on altcoins right now. But usually, to be fair, when people are most bearish is usually when they pump. Yeah. So I don't know.
I just can't see institutions loading up on altcoins. I just don't see that.
Other than Ethereum? I don't think so, man.
I don't look at Ethereum as so much of an altcoin. It's an alternative to Bitcoin. Yeah, okay, I understand that, but
yeah,
Ethereum's utility is solidified.
100%.
Yeah,
it has its problems. But I still think that its pros outweigh its cons.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't see, a lot of coins have utility, but are they actually being utilized? I just no.
No, 100%. No.
XRP maxis think this is it. Swift's about to be overtaken by XRP. Man, until that happens, I'm just gonna keep following price action, right?
Yeah.
XRP's made a really good run. If you had XRP, a bag of XRP before this bull market, you should be happy. Unless you bought at an all-time high, which, like I said, you shouldn't be investing anyways if you're gonna FOMO into anything.
Yeah,
so
very, very true. I was actually gonna read a comment. There's this guy Monaco who comments on my videos, and he's a altcoin bull proponent, and I don't know. I think we don't butt heads, but we do disagree. That I just can't. Like it's I don't know what that was. I was gonna say I just can't see it, man. Especially meme coins, because he says, I mean, it's possible, but Bitcoin would have to have a very strong blow off top, like 150, 160K, and then Bitcoin needs to have some sort of consolidation or distribution, and then these profits from Bitcoin need to flow into altcoins. And I don't even think altcoin ETFs are really going to help. I'm just really bearish on altcoins.
Yeah. Okay. So we got another comment.
Yeah.
Fund managers keep crypto allocations near zero.
I mean, depending on what fund, like, I mean, well, this is the thing. I don't know. For example, BlackRock, right? Like, we can know how much their customers own. We know how much Bitcoin is backed or inside of their ETF, but how much Bitcoin does BlackRock themselves own as a personal investment? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, but there's no doubt in my mind institutions are controlling this run. But it's like, to what extent? Is it funds? Is it like brokerages? Is it BlackRock? Is it Vanguard? Is it Fidelity? Or is it their customers? Is that really what is that where retail went? Because I always hear this cycle, retail never came. Like, retail is gone. There was no retail blow off top. What if retail already is here within the ETFs, which is, people think, institutions?
Mm.
I don't know. Shane, do you want to come on the stream? We'd love to actually talk to you. If you want, I can invite you to here and you could talk to us. I would love that. You could join the Discord. We could do something. You could be our first ever guest on the stream.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal for our one viewer, which is you, right? But yeah,
For now.
But I'm gonna bring that comment back up because I do think that most definitely next cycle is gonna be very different, and I think Bitcoin will be basically not controlled, but it's gonna be like the S&P, right? Like, we have one more. I think we have one more good cycle of a 50%, 60% drop into a bear market, and that's probably the last time we're going to see anything like that. I think Bitcoin will have diminishing returns. I think it'll become more stable. It won't go down as bad in bear markets. I still think it will have its 4-year cycle because of the halvening. And but I think it's going to be very different. And I think right now we're in a very special time to be in Bitcoin because I think we're basically experiencing what Bitcoin is going to be in the future. Like, we have a glimpse of it, just a glimpse. And then we're going to fall back into the bear market 2021 kind of stuff. Some things are going to explode. Exchanges are going to explode like FTX. But then I think that's going to be our final wild, wild west until we go like full blown TradFi. You know what I mean? We get integrated into everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about total adoption next cycle, but definitely within the next 2 cycles,
I can
we
agree
will
with
see
that.
Bitcoin adoption. It'll take time, right?
Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, I just
Drinking pop.
really, yeah, I'm drinking a freaking ginger ale. Eh?
I hear the bubbles.
Might put that close to the mic. Sorry about that. But yeah, but he's drinking water.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. What's our topic? I mean, we basically did Q&A there. Thanks for being in this stream, by the way. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate the comments. I mean, you want to pull up gold?
Gold? Yeah, sure.
I want to look at gold. What do you think about this? Why do you got that gold ETF, man?
You want actual gold?
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, Shame actually said it could actually be bullish as it could spark FOMO among fund managers. Okay. This is the thing. I don't know. I feel like we're so deep into a cycle. Do you really think that fund managers who have hundreds of million portfolio under management, do you really think they'd FOMO in to Bitcoin like at the end of the cycle? You know what I mean? I feel like they would have some knowledge of where we are in the cycle. What do you think, Jacob?
I personally think that these institutions that aren't in it already that are gonna FOMO in, because I agree with that. I think Vanguard's not in it yet.
Yeah, they say
I
they have like
think
a no Bitcoin policy or something. I've seen
yeah,
that.
yeah, which is crazy. They're far behind, but nonetheless, I think that Vanguard would be exit liquidity. I think
Into
when
November?
you I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm saying if it does, then that is just another indication that it is over.
Like I could see FOMO maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know if it could happen within this cycle. Like we have what, 2 months at best, maybe a month
Yeah,
to 2 months left. Like,
I
are we
say
really gonna
yeah,
see funds FOMOing it, especially Vanguard, right? Because it's just gonna be people buying the ETF. So at the
yeah,
end of the day, it becomes retail, right? I
yeah,
mean, I think they're gonna be. I think by the time we get to 140, if we do at the end of this cycle blow off top, I think I think BlackRock or any institutions that are actually holding Bitcoin are definitely going to be offloading their bags. And I have
yeah,
no doubts that they are currently doing that
yeah.
within this distribution phase, right?
I agree. Yeah,
Thank you
I
for
think.
being here. Thank you.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love the profile picture. Welcome to our stream. You see the profile picture? That's cute. That's so funny.
Yeah, I definitely agree that this distribution phase, a lot of people who got in early, institutions, they're all
Yeah,
getting
and you
out.
have to think about whales. You have
Yeah.
to think about people who are buying through the bear market. I don't know. I really cannot. I think what's going to fuel this last blow off top is just straight up liquidity. Like I
Mm,
don't know if it's going to be institutions or funds, but I definitely think that within the next bear market, I don't know how long the bear market is going to be or the accumulation phase is going to be, but I'll tell you right now, by the time we get there, it's going to be institutions, right? Like it's going to be the big boys buying once we get to that
yeah,
point, no doubt.
yeah,
Because
for
I
sure.
I have a feeling that they don't want to buy at these prices. Nobody wants to buy at these prices. In reality, if
No.
you have, and if unless it's an ETF, right? But in reality, big institutions who are buying Bitcoin on their balance sheet companies, if you're not Michael Saylor, if you're not a Bitcoin treasury company, which I do think multiple will explode
Mm,
by the time we get into a bear market, then the big boys are going to be accumulating at 60K, at 50K, at 70K, not at 110, not at 130, not at 140. It's going to
yeah,
be, they're going to wait for the bear market, you know?
yeah, for sure. I quickly actually want to cover because you mentioned that like ETFs buying. I want to go over at because I see a lot of posts online that BlackRock just put 150, $200 million in a Bitcoin.
My
Like
God, I
it's
know,
bullish
man.
news. I want to make it clear to everybody here that's in the stream that these are actively managed funds. They have to get in and out of Bitcoin as the price moves. So just because BlackRock is buying in their ETF does not necessarily mean that
Just
it's
because
bullish.
BlackRock sells $300 million of Bitcoin in one day and they're offloading to like 10,000 Bitcoins within a day, right? It's all it's ETF holders, right? It's a normal retail investor who are buying these things, right? I mean, there's
Yeah.
some companies that have it on their balance sheet who buy ETF instead of Bitcoin itself, right? Because it's just
Mm,
easier. But yeah,
yeah.
we actually have 7 viewers. Hello to everybody. Thank you for everyone who's
Yeah.
stopping
It's
by.
awesome.
Yeah, we're at our peak here. We don't want to even end it. Just want to keep going. Is there
Oh,
anything?
we got a comment. Should I invest in Bitcoin? Perfect. Love the profile picture, by the
I
way.
love it. I love it.
Okay, so
Mr. Moon,
I'll let you go first on this one because I've
should
been
you
going
invest in
first a lot.
Bitcoin? No, not at this current price. Buying Bitcoin
Yeah.
here is like, I don't know, man. Like it's like buying a Labubu right now. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not saying that Bitcoin won't go to $1 million or $10 million or will have a market cap of 10 trillion plus. It will, but it's like, it doesn't mean you have to buy the top, right? You'll always have an opportunity to buy Bitcoin if we're following the 4-year cycle. Do I think that there is no 4-year cycle and Bitcoin will go up forever and it won't go below 90K and 80K? No, bro. It will go below these prices 100%. So do not buy Bitcoin at these prices. You wait till a bear market. That's how it's always been. So yeah. Shame actually said something. You want to read that?
Yeah. I don't get why some people still get excited about BlackRock's transactions. They're not buying for themselves.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? I just saw a tweet today. It's the same accounts. It's the same. It's just slop, crypto slop. I don't know.
Oh, we got another one.
You want to read that?
Sorry, late to the stream. Do you guys analyze any other big cryptos like Ethereum?
Man, we'll analyze anything.
Yeah, so if you want, send any coin, any ticker.
You want to pull up Ethereum?
Yeah, I could pull up Ethereum. Yep. Okay. Let's
I mean, this is the thing. I'm gonna say right now, looking at Ethereum, everything Ethereum is going to do is going to be based on Bitcoin in this point in time. When Ethereum had its run up from whatever it was 1,300 up to now, it completely outperformed Bitcoin within the time frame of its run up. But right now, I think Ethereum cannot move. It is too weak, and Bitcoin's doing everything for it, right? So alone, if I take my Bitcoin price target, which is 130, then I put a price target of it on Ethereum to 5,000 to 5,500 or $6,000. I think that if Bitcoin goes to 140, I think Ethereum can most definitely reach 5,500. And if it goes to, I mean, that's just how high as I think Bitcoin's going to go. But I think Ethereum can touch 6,000 around 6, there. Yeah, I definitely could see that.
Okay.
But that seems like a long way from here. But I am long Ethereum. I've been long Ethereum for a long time. I'm bullish on Ethereum. And Ethereum is just I feel like it's not done, right? It has something else to do.
Yeah.
It definitely does. I definitely could see 6,000. What do you think?
I mean, when you analyze the market cap, let's just round up to 500 billion, right? You want to see a 50% move, we need at least 250 billion to flow into Ethereum.
I can see that.
250 billion.
I can see that. Okay, look at how much.
Once they start cutting rates, how much money is going to flow into these markets, right?
Okay, well, this is the thing.
Another thing to consider.
It's like, how high are we going to go until the bear market? You know what I mean? Because we're not going to have peak quantitative easing until, I'm assuming, the Fed finally declares we're actually in a recession. And by that time, the S&P is going to be down 20%. Bitcoin is going to be down 50%. Ethereum is going to be down 70%. So it's like, I don't know if we could just trust the Fed here. I'm just going to go based on, I mean, I don't know. Because I keep telling you, I think that we're going to slip into a recession. I don't think that these rate cuts are bullish long-term.
Long-term, Fed rate cuts are technically not bullish because
I would say exactly. So we're going to slip into a recession. I have no doubts. But it's like, of course, I say long-term, but then long-term, once the blood in the streets is over, then yes, quantitative easing is going to be bullish, right? And then we have to repeat the entire cycle again.
Yeah. I guess we should say midterm, it's bad because we will slip into a recession.
Short term,
but
it's
long
good.
Term,
Short term, it's good. We can pump to blow off top, I think. Midterm, we're going into recession, no doubt, 2026.
Yeah.
Then long term, okay, it's all over. And finally, the Fed will start buying assets again, right? They'll start pumping everything.
Yeah. One, I think what's going to happen short term, the money will flow in. Yeah. Midterm, the money will flow out. And then long term, the money will just flow back in. Plus, they're going to print more money. So that's more money chasing the same goods. So that's why long term, you will always win.
Yeah. 100%. Like, you're not going to bet against America, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's 2008, you bet against America, we'll fucking... Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to swear, guys. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. fast forward 10 years and look where America is right now, right? So even if we go into a recession, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, you know? Even though I would bet against the American dollar, I would
Yeah.
not bet against the power of the Fed and the American government, right?
Yeah.
And the American market as a whole. I mean,
Yeah.
but look at that debt though, that 38 trillion.
Yeah.
Every 75 days, it's going up $1 trillion.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I keep hearing that Trump hints at eliminating this debt using cryptocurrency.
I mean, I see that too. I
Now, I'm
mean,
not 100% sure how that would work, but I hear that what he's going to do is totally devalue cryptocurrency
yeah, for a hard
by
reset,
doing
right?
this. Yeah.
CBDCs, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what my honest opinion is? I don't even think Trump knows what Bitcoin actually is. I think his kids just tell it like his kids, whatever his name is, Donald or whatever. I think,
Baron.
yeah, Barron, not Barron, just Donald Trump Jr. or whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I forget what
Anyways,
the other guys.
anyways.
Anyways, doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
honestly don't think Trump knows anything about Bitcoin or crypto in general. Like, you think Trump actually understands the fundamentals of Bitcoin or what it is? No. And it's like, I saw a clip of him the other day and he's talking to a reporter and he's like, you don't understand crypto. You're fake news or something. But he always just says lines that get people excited, right? Never sell your Bitcoin, yada, 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 yada. I think Trump is using crypto as a ruse, as a ploy to make as much money as possible. He's made that clear with Trump coin, with Melania coin, with whatever else,
World
all
Liberty
the funky stuff with the
Financial.
Liberty World Financial,
Yeah.
everything. I think at the end of the day, it's a ruse and it's just to make money. Do you think he actually believes in crypto? Maybe his kids do, but I don't think he cares. And
I think he just sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
I just think that he sees the opportunity and he's capitalizing on it while he can.
Yeah.
Soon as markets
100%.
go down, he's going to flip, right?
100. Well, I don't know if they'll ever. I don't think America will sell their Bitcoin. Personally, no way. But I don't think that. I just don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like he's pushing crypto so hard because of his sons, or because of I don't really know. I can't think of another reason. Like, but even though Trump doesn't, I don't think he understands the fundamentals or whatever. It doesn't mean he can't. But, like, he's definitely using crypto to his advantage. Like you said, he said before, like, oh, we can write them a little crypto check and pay off our 38 trillion in debt, like that. Like, he obviously has alternative motives for Bitcoin and crypto, which is to benefit the United States because that's always going to come first.
Yeah.
So don't be a bag holder. That's all I'm saying. Any other questions, guys? Man, we got 8 viewers. We're holding 8 viewers. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's good. Doing good.
But yeah, what is your price target for ETH though? You never gave one. Brother, what's your price target for ETH?
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bearish.
What? You don't think this thing can make new highs?
I think it should definitely go up higher, but it'll be very short-lived.
Oh, you said like, where are we going to get market cap? 250 million in X amount of time.
250 billion.
Look at the price of Ethereum. Look at those candles. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weekly candles. Look at how much the price moved. Measure that.
This?
On the no. On the green line. On your I don't know if that's
from
the 50.
Here?
Yeah, from there up. No, the bottom though. The very first candle. I mean,
like
look
this
at
green
that.
one here.
That was what, a week or a month? Sorry, in a month, Bitcoin moved Ethereum moved 125%. You don't think it can move 52%
2 months.
in a 2 months? Even still,
Yeah, to move 50% in a month. The
right?
thing
Because
is, now we
only
need more
50%.
capital.
I
And
mean,
when you think about how much money they're going to print, yeah, 250 billion is probably nothing. Especially the money's going to flow into Bitcoin and Ethereum before anything else.
Bro, look at the tether printer. Look how much tether is getting minted.
See, PayPal minted like 300 trillion of their
Oh, I
coin.
saw that. Yeah. Actually,
It's
I'm kind of
crazy.
curious what USD or USDT dominance is. Can you check that on TradingView?
There's USDT dominance?
Yeah, because usually stable coins are going to be more dominant during bear markets, right? Because everybody's sitting in cash. Or
Okay.
or excuse me. Basically, as price goes up, people are going to sell, right? They're going to move it into stable coins, so dominance will slowly go up, right? And then
Yeah.
during bear markets, they sit and they wait. And then when dominance is going down, you know that everything is flowing into either alts or Bitcoin, right?
Mm. When it's trending down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you know money's flowing into the market, right?
Yeah, well, you could see from April was the bottom.
Yeah.
We peaked there. So it made sense, right? That makes
Yes. Hold on,
sense.
give me a
But
second.
now technically we're trending upwards, right?
Yes, which means people are taking profits,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, but also you have to think about the liquidation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at that, we're clearly coming close to a top,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, I don't know.
We're about to cross on this 50 here. Oh, that's kind of irrelevant, but it shows weakness, right?
Mhm.
It's just
Man,
looking very weak.
I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how quickly Ethereum can move, man. I'm telling you.
Well, the thing is, it's so much smaller than Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is what, like over 2 trillion,
Yeah,
and Ethereum is a quarter of that. So we
exactly.
need a 50% increase on a quarter of the
I
market cap
I
of
always think, depending where we're in the cycle, right? Because this doesn't matter. Cycles are in control, right? A narrative will always be attached to whatever, right?
yeah.
Whatever blow off top. And if gold could move 5-10 trillion, right? From whatever 2 years ago, $10 trillion flowed into gold. You're telling me that 250 billion can't flow into Ethereum, or Bitcoin can
No,
go up another half a trillion.
I really do think it's possible.
Like the money will come. The money always comes from somewhere. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter what it is, whatever BS narrative they attach to it. I think that cycles are cycles, and it's just gonna happen, right? It's just the way it is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when you got a lot of like look at someone like Tom Lee. I'm not sure if you're familiar with
Yeah,
Tom
of
Lee.
course, bro. It's like the Michael Saylor of Ethereum. He's
Yeah.
always sweaty and his hair is always slicked back.
Yeah. I like him. Tom Lee's good. And
He's a smart
yeah,
guy.
anyways, he thinks that Ethereum's gonna like 4x from here this cycle. I don't think so,
Well,
but
if you look at his plan and the amount of Ethereum this guy is accumulating, his wallets are public, right? Whatever
yeah.
it is, Bitmine or whatever his company is called.
Yeah, BMNR, this is ticker, yeah.
Like, wait, he's publicly traded?
BMNR is publicly traded, yeah.
This is his company? Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Well, if you look at the amount of Ethereum, he's the only what? Like, there's a couple of Ethereum treasury companies, but nothing
Yeah.
of substance. So this is guy's the most important. And honestly, him alone, the amount of Ethereum this guy wants to own could push the price up to $6,000 alone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People have problems with Ethereum, right? There's infinite supply. I don't know. I do think Ethereum is going to become number one, right? I think he'll not number one above Bitcoin, but it will always be dominant, the dominant altcoin. I don't think
Yeah.
it will ever go away, right?
You don't think it'll go above Bitcoin?
Mm-mm.
No.
No way.
Tom Lee thinks so, but
It's like
I don't think so.
no company. First of all, Bitcoin is not. First of all, there's gold, right? Then there's Nvidia. If Bitcoin was above Nvidia, for example, say it was, it's like
Yeah.
if Nvidia can't surpass or is surpassing Bitcoin right now, why would Ethereum surpass Bitcoin in market cap, right? Especially because there's infinite coins.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't think. I don't know if that's correct. If Ethereum has infinite coins, because I think it's deflationary right now because of the token burn. But
Yeah, well, when you use it, it burns,
yeah,
right? But
right,
they can keep. There's no limit on how much you can earn from the staking, I believe.
right. But the when it's volatile and the price goes up, the more transactions will come on it, and then therefore it will become deflationary.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't think Ethereum. It depends. It really depends. If what I think is going to happen with tokenization on the blockchain through Ethereum with like real world traditional finance assets, then it's possible, right? Because these people from all around the world will want to invest in the American stock market. They don't have access to it, so they do it on the blockchain. And then you have NVIDIA token on Ethereum that's worth $4 trillion in market cap on the
Yeah.
blockchain alone, then okay, maybe it could surpass Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But if we compare Bitcoin to gold with a whatever 30 trillion or whatever the market cap, what's the market cap?
On gold?
Gold, yeah. I think 30 trillion is too much.
Does it say here? No.
Let me Google it. Hold on. No, it is 30 trillion. Okay, so 30 trillion. Do I think that? I mean, it depends, right? It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I'm not going to rule out it, but I wouldn't say it's likely.
On Bitcoin? Sorry?
Yeah, I don't think Ethereum will surpass Bitcoin, at least not for a long time.
Well, but do you think Bitcoin's going to hit 30 trillion market cap?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I could see Bitcoin. It depends. It all depends on your time frame. Like if you give me a time frame of the next 30 years, do I think Bitcoin will hit 30 trillion? Most definitely.
Okay.
In the next 10 years? No. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to read that comment?
Oh, wow. So
I
makes me
wanted
read
you
the
to
comment.
read.
Wow. I agree with Weying. I think we'll see an Ethereum run as soon as we see it close above 4150, especially with Tom Lee's pumping. I know quite a few dumbs who are sure that ETH will reach 10K.
I mean, it depends on the cycle, right?
4150, right?
Yeah, you want to mark that. I'm making you do all the chart stuff.
4150. So 4150 is pretty much where we rejected last.
Right. Well, it all depends on Bitcoin, right?
I don't know. That's a little. For me, that's not really. That's just like Ethereum's price breathing a little bit. That's not even really doing much, right? For Ethereum to actually run and confirm, it needs to break above previous resistance, right? So it needs to break above.
Look at that
This,
rejection.
right?
1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's lower,
We
low, lower,
need.
low, lower, low.
Yeah. So we need to break above this for an actual confirmation that we can go up significantly.
Well,
At that point, it'll be too late to get in, obviously. You will miss out on. Yeah.
You mark that spot. If you go to the Bitcoin chart, that's basically at Bitcoin all-time highs, right? Like if Ethereum's at that price, Bitcoin will be within this triple top all-time high, either get rejected or confirmed, right? So it all depends on Bitcoin here.
Yeah. I can definitely see Ethereum going to these prices here. I could see it rising from 47 to 5.
The thing is, it already hit 4.9, right? What like I don't think it's unreasonable to believe it can go to 5.5, right?
Well, we have to. What I'm saying from a technical stance is we have to break out above here, test
100%.
it, find support, and then we can get up here.
100%, right?
Until that happens, it's like there's no confirmation, right?
If we get like you just drew say like we go up, okay, and we get rejected, we try to get above and we break down and we get rejected and we close a candle below that resistance, we're screwed, right? Like 100% believe we're going into a bear market.
Yeah.
So
I don't think we'll reach a price above 6K. Prediction is a 5.3.
Yeah, I think that's very, very reasonable, right? Because even if we don't confirm a close, I have no doubts we could wick about like around that area.
Yeah, we could definitely wick. For sure. Oh, that's the thing with a wick, right? Anything's possible with a wick.
That's true.
Like to get up here with a wick is. But we could wick and come straight back down to here and close like this, right?
Right, but that would be an early warning sign, right? Like, and we
Yeah.
could just look at the MACD. I think the MACD is going to be very telling on
Mm.
momentum. I always say that, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely know. And it all comes down to Bitcoin, right? Like, we could analyze charts like Ethereum, but at the end of the day, Bitcoin's going to give us the answer, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I like sticking to it.
Yeah, for sure.
At least in times like this. Like, if it was the past in Ethereum went on that massive run, it'd be different, right? Because it was just boiling and bubbling, ready to explode.
Yeah.
But right now, in this fearful market, it's Bitcoin's the king, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about? He said that the dummies who think that ETH are going to be 10K plus. No way. There's no way.
For
Like,
ETH to go
maybe
to
next cycle.
10K, right? Oh, this is daily.
Hold on, let me go to the bathroom again.
ETH 10K. 154% from here. Is that possible? Well, anything is possible. But the likelihood, not really. 150%, that's $750 billion needs to enter Ethereum from here. Yeah, I don't see that.
Oh man, what am I looking at?
This is ETH going to 10K. So I just said we need to see $750 billion enter Ethereum to get us here.
No way. 750 billion.
Bitcoin is the sun in the crypto system.
Yeah,
It's true.
I
Crypto
like
or
that.
Bitcoin's everything, right?
Right? Everything. Yeah, exactly. You know what's funny? I'm actually gonna put my screen up real quick. Bitcoin is the sun that revolves around, right? Every altcoin revolves around Bitcoin. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen.
But if you come here, excuse me, and we take a look at this, I mean, you can clearly see that Bitcoin and the SPX, the S&P 500, are extremely correlated. Me and Jacob have disagreements about this. He doesn't see what I see. But, I mean, this is another reason for my bull leaning bias is because I think Bitcoin is going to catch up to the S&P. And if it does, it would be back at all-time highs, right? So I really do think that these are heavily correlated. And I'm not saying that Bitcoin follows the S&P one for one, but guys, it's very similar.
So my argument as to why Bitcoin will not follow the S&P here is because when Bitcoin will break down before the S&P. That is 100% fact. You can't tell me otherwise.
100% Bitcoin is a precursor of what is to come with the S&P 500. But
so
that doesn't mean it won't go into a bear market with it.
The S&P will follow Bitcoin at some point, without a doubt. I 100% agree. But I think we can see Bitcoin fall here for even a couple months and then the S&P. Because my prediction is Q1 of 2026, we will see a lot of blood in the streets across the market.
Okay, across traditional and crypto.
Yeah, everything will have a massive pullback. This run-up is unprecedented.
So you're not saying bear market?
I don't think the S&P is headed into a bear market just yet. Okay. I think crypto will follow its 4-year cycle like it usually does. And the S&P will continue consolidating for months before we see a proper market correction bear market.
But at the end of the so you're saying you think Bitcoin is going to crash before Q1 of next year, end of Q4 this year, and then you think the S&P is going to crash Q2 of next year?
My prediction is the S&P and Bitcoin are going to top Q4 now. We're in Q4, right?
Okay. So you're
The
saying top
S&P and Bitcoin will top.
simultaneously.
Not simultaneously as in the day for day.
Okay.
But in this quarter, we will see the top in both the S&P and Bitcoin. So my prediction is Bitcoin has pretty much already topped. We'll see a retest of the top, and then we're going back down. My top price prediction for the S&P by the end of this quarter is between 700 and 710 for the SPY.
Okay,
so that's
7,100, right, for the SPX.
Yeah. That is my prediction.
I mean, I can see that. And then whatever, it goes sideways for a couple months, but no doubt. I know you're thinking, you were saying 2027 for a bear market for the S&P, but I just don't think that this thing can run for another year unrestrained, uncontested, just straight up parabolic mode. No way. No way.
Don't see it like that. What I think would happen next year is we start going sideways a lot. Like a lot of we will see a downtrend for probably a few months, 2-3 months of just downtrend. Probably a 20% correction in the market. And then we will start to go up. And I think at the most, we will hit a double top end of 2026, Q4 bullish always. 2026, end of 2026, we top again, double top, bear market.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that.
You don't agree?
I don't think that S&P can run into Q4 of 2027. I really
2026.
Oh, 2026.
Yeah, I think Q1 of 2027 we will start to see that the S&P is going to collapse, and I could see another
that's what I
40% drop.
Because it's just, if you think about it, 2027 we would be what? We would be we'd be before, like, in Bitcoin standards, right? We would already hit rock bottom by then, right? It would start recovering already by 2027. You know what I mean?
I think we would go sideways.
Okay. So you want to pull up actually, here, let me pull up my thing. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. So let's say, for example, let me get out of here. Let's say, for example, I want to give a range. Okay. So let me open this. Okay. So 2027, the end of 2027, you said.
That would be, we would already be moving up. We would start to see signs of an uptrend.
Okay, so Bitcoin. You think in Bitcoin, but you think the S&P still will not be in a bear market?
The S&P, the bear market will not last that long, right? I could see 3-4 months of very red days, and we will slowly start to find ourselves.
I mean,
in the S&P.
I could say it could extend to Q2, right? Because this is the thing. Like, say this is the S&P, right? The S&P is just going up and up and up. Bitcoin finally drops, right? They decorrelate. The S&P keeps moving for 2 more months. Well, Bitcoin's here already, right? And then we're maybe midway through 2026, and then finally we see a drop. They line back up, right? Maybe it doesn't go down as much as Bitcoin does, right? And then we finally start to go up slowly but surely, and then eventually, right, we get to the halvening or whatever, and then of course it recorrelates, gets back up, parabolic mode, right?
I think we would see Bitcoin start to go up before the consolidation ends in this S&P.
In the S&P.
Yeah. I could see Bitcoin crossing above the S&P line.
Yeah,
there.
I could see that.
Let's go over this comment here. If
Yeah.
the cycle structure is maintained, BTC should find the bottom in Q4 2026. I'm gonna let you handle that one.
If the cycle structure is maintained, BTC should find a bottom in Q4 2026.
He thinks
Um,
the
yeah, 100%, right? I mean, okay, this is the thing. Let me get this measured. Let me get a date thing. Hold on.
let me get on Bitcoin. I don't on the S&P.
I'm gonna yoink your chart away. My bad. I'm gonna take this. Okay. We're gonna take this chart. This is the chart I use to measure, okay? I'm gonna move this, close this. We'll make this nice and big. All right, and I need a date range, so I'm gonna grab this. Okay. So 2026 starts here, okay? So this is it. This is the entirety of 2026, right? December, November, October, September, okay? So the entirety of Q4 is within this range, okay? Within this range, right?
Yeah.
Which lines up with the perma bottom, okay? This has to be the bottom of the bottom, which I 100% agree with. Like, there's no doubt, right? I think this time frame lines up with yours, right?
It's pretty similar. So on my chart, I ran 210 days, but I started it in February of 2026, and it's August 2026.
August.
That would be a bottom.
August
Just
of
going off.
2026. Yeah. That's like end of Q3 into Q4, right? That lines up. That's good for me. I would agree with you on that, 100%. Now, how long do you think it's gonna last? Because I have 287 days of consolidation at the bottom.
287 days of consolidation.
Yeah, from September, around September to 2027 of June, I think. And also, I'm gonna answer this question real quick. Do you guys think Bitcoin is gonna become more regulated in the next few years?
Regulated.
I mean, what do you think?
Me personally, I do see Bitcoin regulation.
What is Bitcoin regulation? That's why I'm kind
Well,
of like,
regulation, a lot of people, one of the first people I actually saw to talk about this was, believe it or not, Kevin O'Leary. He talked a lot about Bitcoin regulation, which would be very bullish for Bitcoin, he said. And we've already kind of seen it with legislation being approved for crypto. There already is regulation.
yeah, much more so than there was in 2021. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Right?
So to
100%.
see more is not really, that wouldn't be surprising at this point.
Yeah,
right?
if you mean regulation in a bad way, like it somehow takes away from Bitcoin, like regulated, meaning you can do less things or it will be more controlled.
Yeah,
No,
restricting.
I think regulation will actually bring more freedom and safety and stability to the space. And I think it will be a good thing, right? Because it will make more investors less frightened of the entire ecosystem or whatever, the
Yeah.
entire asset, like cryptocurrency in general. And yeah, I think it's a good thing overall.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to shout out my next video here real quick. And
Yeah.
one of the things I'm going to go over in this video about Bitcoin that I'm going to be posting soon, so make sure you subscribe, is the fact that it's going to be a global reserve currency. So that's not necessarily regulation, but I think it's more so now about adoption in Bitcoin. We need global adoption of Bitcoin now.
Yeah. Meaning what?
That is,
what is global adoption to you?
meaning that more people are going to utilize Bitcoin at first its fundamentals.
Right.
Not more
as a
people are going to
P2P,
trade it.
right, it's a currency. Is that what you
Yeah.
mean?
So
Okay.
if I want to send you, say you want to borrow like $1,000, I send you $1,000 in, let's say, Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see this now. People are exchanging. They're not using banks anymore. They're actually using Ethereum. A lot of people.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see more of this, and it'll only expand to a global scale.
Right. And then
And
that
then we'll
ties
start
into
using
regulation.
governments. Yeah. It'll
100%,
only
right?
lead to more regulation.
Right, more regulation means more stability, which means more people will use it as a form of payment and currency and the way Bitcoin was actually meant to be used.
Yeah.
Because I think it's currently being used as whatever, like a gold-esque thing, which is not bad, as we talked about this before, but Bitcoin was meant to be a means of exchange. Right. And
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that it being gold isn't a means of exchange or digital gold or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah. I also want to say
Yeah, we got another comment here.
yeah, I love this question. This is a really good question. This is a
Yeah,
really good question.
this is really intelligent question to
I'll
ask.
let you talk about this first, and then I'll give my input on this.
Okay. So I really believe that if you want to time the bottom or close enough, the best time to buy Bitcoin is this 200-week moving average. I think that is definitely the best. Now, okay, if you buy it when it hits it, the last time you would have been down 35% before you saw any upside. So if you really want to time the market, I could see the bottom here. The absolute bear case scenario I see for Bitcoin is like 44,000. That is the worst case scenario. I will personally start buying at 70,000 and below. I'll start slowly accumulate. As soon as we start getting into these levels below the 200-week moving average, 60K and below, you start going heavier. You say you invest $500 a month across everything. You put 100% of that $500 into Bitcoin at these prices. Forget the S&P, forget your Nvidia, Tesla, whatever you buy Bitcoin at these prices. 100%. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, well, I did this, right? Let me pull up my thing. I've already done this once, one cycle, and the way I did it before is the exact same way I'm going to do it again. You allocate a certain amount of money per week towards Bitcoin. Pick a time frame, right? Pick your dates, right? If your date's going to be from here to here, right? Within this range, you doesn't matter what price you buy at. I don't care if the price is fluctuating down 30% or it's going up 30%. At the end of the day, the upside is 600%. So does it matter to me if Bitcoin's going to go up or down? No. Am I going to time the bottom? No. I'm going to allocate whatever it is, $600 a week, $1,000 a week, $100 a day. It doesn't matter. I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to pick a amount of time, and I'm going to accumulate Bitcoin through a means of DCA for however long it is. If it's a year, if it's 2 years, if it's through the entire bull market, up until the halving event, wherever it is. For me personally, last cycle, I was accumulating from here to the bottom. Most of it was here, around here. I think I did a lot around here, and I stopped accumulating when we hit around all-time highs because I didn't think it was a good deal anymore. But yeah, that's what I do, right? It's the same as you, just DCA. Just pick a date, pick an amount. And if we do hit absolute, like Jacob said, like bargain territory, then okay, let me put an extra 10K. Let me put an extra 20K at the bottom to lower my average overall so things will be better. But yeah, I would say if we're in a bear market, 50, 40K, I would be putting everything into Bitcoin. I'd be taking loans to buy Bitcoin. I'd mortgage the house to buy Bitcoin. I'd sell my kidney to buy Bitcoin. I
Speaking of
would be
selling
doing
kidney,
anything. Yeah, let me
my
pull up your
my
screen.
kidney strategy, when my kidney goes for sale, if we by stroke of luck, some even 25K, right? Let's just expand this a little bit. Anywhere around 20 to 25K, you sell everything.
This
You
is not
sell your
financial
girlfriend's
advice.
kidney. None of this is any financial advice. Let's get that out of the way. Nothing said on this stream is financial advice. This is only for education purposes.
100%.
Me personally, I will be selling a kidney in this range.
Right. I'd even
That is the
say
strategy.
I would even say 1.5x leverage, right? If you really want to hold this and not get liquidated, 2x leverage at these prices. Personally, I wouldn't use leverage, but I would. I mean, at these levels, I don't know, man. I'd be taking loans to buy Bitcoin at these prices, right?
Yeah.
And
You're
people
already
might call
using
that
leverage at that
stupid.
point.
Yeah, you're already losing the bank's leverage. At the end of the day, what's 7%, 5% when you're going to make 600%? And I know from experience, I've done it before. Everything worked out, thankfully. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But yeah, I would be doing a lot of things. I would be selling everything I own.
Yeah.
I'd be leveraging, selling my left nut, selling everything, man.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Sacrifice.
Like you have to, there's a point in a price where it's just a no-brainer, right? Unless Satoshi Nakamoto is selling his coins or something like that. Like, unless Bitcoin is over, unless the entire ecosystem is dead, unless a quantum computer destroys Bitcoin, all the arguments you've heard before, which won't happen, I would be doing everything in my power to accumulate as much as possible. But if you want to be safe, just DCA. It comes down to that.
Yeah, the best thing you can do is just DCA. Don't throw your whole bag in at once, because that's how you get burnt, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter if you're down, man. I think when I was first DCing into Bitcoin, I was down, I was already down like 30%, right? Because I started accumulating at 24,000, right? And then it dropped to 15. So I'm like, oh, am I scared? No, I know what's going to happen. I know what's coming. It doesn't even matter, right? I don't care if I'm down 40 or 50%. At these prices, it does not matter because I'm going to be up 600% within the halving, right? 300%, let's hope, within the halving. And then, unless we have diminishing returns, right? And then, but it still doesn't matter, right? 600, we chop it in half. 300% is still 300%. That's a 3x.
That's still insane.
I know.
My price target for next bull run is 500,000. So let's just pull this.
What's the market cap on that?
At 500,000.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Market cap 9.85 trillion.
Yeah.
I see people say the entire crypto ecosystem is going to 10 trillion this cycle.
What's it at now? Like 5?
It is, depending on what currency you're looking at, it's at 3.7. It's no way this is going to 10. There's no way this is going to 10.
No, there's just no way.
Could I see Bitcoin itself going to not maybe 450? Like, let's just be a little reasonable, right?
Let's be very reasonable. Even let's say,
well, measure
base
it from
case
low.
scenario.
Measure it
That's
from
what I'm gonna do.
60,000.
Yeah. So say we
let's be
55.
let's be extreme. Let's go 60. Let's go 70. Like, right, even 65. Let's be extremely reasonable here.
70,000 to only 250,000. That is like the most base. That's almost
look at that, 260%. I know, right? That's like the base case.
Yeah. Let's say even 350.
Yeah, 400 is a solid,
404%.
Right? Yeah, that's solid. That's a solid
and that's
number.
Off 70.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. If you're in Bitcoin, I always say it takes 3 cycles to get rich. 3 cycles is all you need, right? And you could do it in 2 if you sell the top, right? If you don't sell the top the first time like me, then you need 3. But there's no excuse for you not to be rich or at least get to $1 million net worth when you've been in 3 Bitcoin cycles. You know what's going to happen, right? It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Especially like if we start looking at other plays too. Like let's check out MicroStrategy. So I'll go off this price. What's your price target on MicroStrategy?
Zoom out. I think I need to measure here. Hold on. Let me pull it up myself so I could measure, and I'll let you know in a second. Okay, if Bitcoin's going down 50% from
Yeah.
all-time high, reasonable?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Bitcoin goes down 50%, we can estimate MSTR to go down at least, okay, from its high, it's already down 50%. Okay. So from here, I think it's reasonable for it to fall at least 50%, right? Which would be
Can.
Bitcoin. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Right? If
I'm
Bitcoin
just
falls
asking.
50, if Bitcoin falls 50%, MicroStrategy is falling more than 50%. So I feel like,
I already have it here at more than 50%.
yeah, 50% would
I
be the base
say
case. I'd say
60.
75.
Yeah, I
Like I
wouldn't go
think,
as far as 70 because that's pretty much where it rejected last cycle.
yeah, I think a
70%
price of
drop,
101,
86.
107, I think within that accumulation range is just
Okay.
bargain, right? Anything
Okay.
within there.
Yeah, I agree. I actually have it 107 to 120 is a really like
Yeah,
I will go heavy
I would
on
say the
buying
same thing,
MicroStrategy. Yeah.
right? And anything below that
And
is just a treat.
oh yeah. Yeah. That's well below the 200-week moving average.
Yeah,
So, and historically speaking, any stock of real value below 200-week moving average is a steal already.
yeah, 100%.
So, what's your price target with Bitcoin hitting, let's say,
Okay,
350K?
so to calculate this, we're gonna take the bear market lows of MSTR in
Okay.
2022. Okay, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna pull it
Okay.
all the way to the top. That's 3,500%. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna chop it in half. Okay, so we're gonna go
1,500%.
1,500% from 100, right? 107, around there, right?
Yeah.
1,500%.
$1,700 per share.
Yeah, I 100%. If Bitcoin goes to
Wow.
450,000, I mean, no doubt, right?
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
think about how much MSTR, but this is peak euphoria, right? Like this is
Yeah.
blow off top. And
Yeah. This is
remember,
the top.
think about how much Bitcoin MSTR is going to acquire in a bear market and
Mm.
how much their bags are going to absolutely soar once we
Mm.
actually do start hitting those 7 fig numbers, 200, 300,000 per Bitcoin.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, just based off the market cap alone, it would have to go up because the value of the assets it holds would be
Exactly, right? And
so
if you
large.
remember, I think I think it was GBTC, not MSTR, but you basically, if you bought the GBTC ETF, or it wasn't an ETF at the time, it was I forget what it's called, but you basically got Bitcoin at a discount, right? Like
Mm.
whatever price it was at, you were getting it at like a $18,000 discount or whatever. And I think
Yeah.
if the MNAV goes negative on MSTR, then you're getting Bitcoin at a discount per share or whatever, right? You're getting more Bitcoin than you're paying per share. I
Yeah.
think that's how it works. And I don't know what the MNAV is right now, and I don't really care about it, and I think it's meaningless to be honest. But I do think that MSTR is going to be extremely undervalued in a bear market.
Mm.
Right, it's going to be
I
hit the
agree.
most.
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
So
for
that's a
sure.
steal, man. If you guys want to be millionaires, buy it. Buy MSTR, right? You want to split your allocation. But I have a video on what I'm going to do in the bear market. Shameful plug, but if you guys are curious, definitely doing an allocation towards MSTR. It's a no-brainer, right? Especially the mining companies as well. I mean, right? I don't really know.
Yeah. Not financial advice. Just
Not
we're just
financial advice,
sharing
but
what we're doing. That is all.
I'll say
You
it's
do with this
financial
information
advice
what
once
you
we
will.
get there, right? If Bitcoin's at 60K, I'll start saying it's financial advice. But for now, like, we're gonna wait for a bear market. You never know. Maybe it's a 6-year cycle, 5-year cycle. Bitcoin's never going down ever again.
Yeah.
And
Possibilities are endless, but
possibilities are zero. That's not happening. Personally, I don't think, but
I don't think so either. I'm not
yeah.
preparing for that, so
Yeah, me neither.
my actions are speaking louder than any words that could be said.
The
So,
4-year
I'm
cycle is
personally,
over.
let's actually
XRP
I'll
is going
just
to
say
$10,000. Sorry. Sorry. Continue.
oh, I was just going to say So me personally, I am 100% out of any crypto position other than I have an open short on Bitcoin. That is my only crypto
Did you
position.
say you're shorting Bitcoin right now at these prices?
I have an open short on Bitcoin as we
At the end
speak.
of the day, even if you have a short open right now, as long as you're not getting liquidated, I do think Bitcoin will drop below this in the bear market. So accumulate now. You're a little early. I still
Yeah,
think we're going to 140 around there. That's where
yeah.
I would be accumulating shorts, but to each their own, to each their own.
I've only put a little bit of money in right now, so my plan is to add a lot more at like these levels. And
I
if
think
we
that's
do
perfect.
somehow Wiying is right and we do hit 135 to 140, I will be even liquidating probably some of my Tesla and adding to the short. That is how
Oh,
it's street. I will take cash reserves and short Bitcoin at that point.
personally, I wanted to make money with the VIX. I never want to short Bitcoin because I kind of have a fear of shorting Bitcoin because it's why are you shorting the best asset ever created?
Yeah,
But I mean, it has its bear markets, right? I don't know if I want to go heavy into a short because I just don't want to short. I feel bad shorting Bitcoin. I don't feel good doing it.
yeah,
But I can see why you would. Like it's kind of a no brainer once we roll over into a bear market recession, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
for
yeah.
sure.
Anybody got any more questions? Well, I think we're gonna end stream soon.
Yeah, yeah, it's almost 2 hour
We've
mark
been
here.
going for a while.
Yeah.
I'm really happy everybody was
Anything we missed?
commenting. We missed like going on Twitter, but we can always do that next time, right? In a Q&A. We got to get a guest in here, man. We
Yeah.
got to get somebody in. We're going to go find somebody, right? We got to go jump around to message people. But honestly, I think that's it. I mean, we covered everything we wanted to.
Yeah.
I think we had a really good first stream, man. I think we did
Yeah,
good.
this was awesome.
So
Hope
yeah.
everyone enjoyed.
Do you want to end it right here?
Yeah, we could end it here. I mean, if unless we start getting engagement. Oh, Shane
Thanks,
says,
God.
"Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no
Appreciate you,
problem,
man."
dude. Thank you. I hope you come back. So we are gonna do this every Sunday. Okay, we're gonna pick different topics. Okay, if you guys want to give us topics to talk about, join the Discord. It's in the description. Okay, join the Discord. Message me or message in the general chat. Just tell me what you want us to talk about. We'll talk about anything you guys want us to talk about. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna be what every Sunday, five to
Every
seven.
Sunday.
Every
Yep.
Sunday, 5 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week. We'll do this every week. If you guys want us to do it more, we'll do it more. Maybe if I make Jacob, we'll see what happens, right? But anyways, thanks for watching. You want to give your outro? You can say what you want to say.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. Bye. Thank you for watching.